Ludovic Renou, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, Tim. Good afternoon.
The international shipping prices, let's start with that. They have been surging since the start of the pandemic, really. But CMA CGM has announced fairly recently that it's going to stop any further increase in spot freight rates until February 1st of 2022. Why make that move?
You're right. Our CEO, Monsieur Rodolphe Saadé, he's the CEO and the chairman of the CMA CGM group, a shipping and logistic world-leading group, has taken this very bold decision to say, no, we put a stop, we focus on our customer, we don't get in this craze of inflation anymore, and we try to reset and really focus on supporting them and try to engage into a balance, more balance and long-term relationship. This is all what we have tried to do so far in 2021, but this direct support to customer on the rate was essential. All over the year, what we have tried to do is to support them with capacities to unprecedented level. Capacity-wise, the equipment, the asset, for instance, we have invested in new capacity, which we've taken deliveries this year, but also we have invested in second-hand ship. 42 second ship joined the fleet this year. We've never seen this before. It's really a first. We also face these empty container disappearance. People were saying, where are the empty containers? Actually, those containers, they were stuck simply because the supply chain is disrupted and the turnaround time of the whole supply chain don't enable the container to come back on time. As a result, we have invested in additional 800,000 units into our fleet this year.
And it certainly doesn't look like the international shipping crisis is going to be resolved anytime soon. But another issue that's front and center at the moment is climate change. And CMA CGM operates the world's largest dual fuel container ship, which was made by a Chinese company, and also runs partly on liquefied natural gas. Why do you consider LNG to be the best technology available to help the shipping industry go green?
First of all, keep in mind that the company, a year ago, it was June 2020, have pledged to be carbon neutral within 2050. We were the very first container carrier to take this call. And we've been long committed to the environment protection, but identifying what is the very best solution is a challenge. And LNG, when it comes to preserving the air quality, is today the right and readily available solution when it comes to minimize the impact of the shipping industry in the air. And you know, air quality is today a public health issue in any country in the world. When you run your ship with the LNG, you have an immediate 99% reduction of fine particle in the air, of sulfur emission in the air, and also no less than 20% of carbon dioxide reduction. So when you plug these LNG ship together with biomethane, which is a new energy we are trying to develop now, you have an immediate reduction of minus 67% from well to wake of this carbon dioxide emission. So for us, it's extremely important to focus on developing those energy and technologies of the futures. I was mentioning ships. We have invested in LNG ships, indeed, produced with a partner here in China who has taken the challenge to develop those jewel of technologies. By 2024, we should have no less than 44 LNG ships flying the CMA CGM flag at sea. When we talk about energy of tomorrow's, we were the very first carrier 2 years ago to run our ship with biofuel produced with biomass. It was the very first. People could not really believe in it, but it works. And now we have leveled up the challenge running with biomethane. Biomethane is something which is not currently available at the scale we wish, but it is something that we need to work with all stakeholders of the value chain in order for us to push this forward. Another more ambitious one is the e-methane. E-methane is a carbon neutral energy that will enable our ship, those LNG ships, to run with zero emission in the future. The challenge for us today is indeed to scale up, and this is something we can do together, and we believe that a partnership action involving the whole stakeholder of the supply chain or the value chain are primordial. If we want to achieve that, we need to involve government officials, we need to involve energicians, we need to involve constructors, even customer. Any good ideas will be most welcome into this journey toward the decarbonization of the supply chain.
According to the 14th five-year plan set by the Shanghai government, they really want to make Shanghai an international shipping centre, and its annual capacity is expected to exceed 47 million TEUs by 2025. As currently the world's third largest shipping company, what role do you foresee for CMA CGM in Shanghai reaching that goal?
Sustainability is at the heart of what we do. Okay, we've been long committed to the decarbonization of the industry, and it is a story that start and take root 15 years ago at least. In everything we were doing and investing, our target was to leverage the very best of available technology today. From 2008 to 2018, we have successfully reduced our carbon emission by 50%. No one was talking about that 10 years ago. Okay, we have pledged, and we know we are going to do it because now we track record and we know where we are. Within 2030, we are going to reduce further by 50% our carbon dioxide emission. Investing in high technology, the way the Shanghai port is doing, innovating is really deep in our DNA. But what we wanted to do also is to associate and bring our customer into this journey and give them the opportunity to play their part if they wish. And to do so, we have developed this year a set of very innovative value-added services named Act with CMA CGM Plus that enable any customer shipping with CMA CGM to measure, analyze, reduce, and even offset their carbon footprint. And you can see those initiatives are all answering directly the objective set by the Shanghai government, and we are very excited to, at our humble level, contribute to into the making of Shanghai as an international shipping center.
And we saw recently the Xinhua Baltic International Shipping Centre Development Index ranking Shanghai as third behind Singapore and London. But what do you think that Shanghai would need to do as a port, as a shipping centre, to move up that ranking, to really challenge those top two?
So this index focused on three core pillars. It was shipping or port infrastructures, general environment, connectivity, something like that. And indeed, Shanghai came up rank 3. It's a massive achievement, and my personal congratulations to the chairman Gu Jingshan of SIPG and all his team. It's a massive achievement, and it is something that we observe from our foreign company based in China since 1992, and we pride ourselves to have been able to become a strategic partner of SIPG. Okay. Originally, we didn't know each other, but those two companies are really intertwined in the way they think. They leverage, again, every opportunity of the best available technology today in order to invest and come with an edge over the market, over the competition, and try really to display the very best of what their country can do or what the industry can do. And I can give you a very good example. Just before the summer, I was accompanying a delegation of composed of the French ambassador, Laurent Billy, the French consul, Benoît Guidé, at Yangshan 4 terminal, which is a fully automated terminal under the leadership of the chairman, Gu Jingshan. And he was bringing us to see this yard, and it was a jewel of technology in front of you. Everything is synchronized, integrated, well calculated, and you see nothing. Everything is seamless in a beautifully assembled supply chain in this terminal. And it works. And this is exactly what we are talking about, having a partner here like SIPG. We know we can go further with them. We are looking now at developing more intermodal. We talk about sustainability. Intermodal can play a major role. And together with SIPG, earlier in July, we have developed the very first CMA CGM block train from Changzhou to Shanghai, which each time you take a train to a boat, actually you take off 67% from the road. Okay, and this is something we have to develop even more with the port of Shanghai. Being in China, I see all this IT and digitalization at a 4.0 level compared to many other parts in the world. And looking forward, I think the next step together as IPG, what we could be doing is to develop these comprehensive digital ecosystem for the very best of the players here in China.
And that's probably something that's going to come up at the North Bund International Shipping Forum. And of course, CMA CGM is going to be there. What are the key points that you really want to deliver at that forum?
Yeah, the North Bund International Shipping Forum, it's a wannabe a Davos Forum of the international shipping here in China, hosted by the municipal government of Shanghai. It's going to gather world experts, scholars, government officials, international shipping line leaders in an idea to foster debate, exchanges, and try to come up with hopefully the very best of what the shipping could propose tomorrow. What could we be improved? What are the lessons we could have learned from the past? What is the market ahead? And hopefully how to elevate the debate toward a more sustainable development, which include social, environmental, and financial benefit for all. Okay, but again, as a pioneer in sustainability, we have a lot to say. And among many topics proposed this forum, if I recall well, there is win-win, there is cooperation, there is innovation. Sustainability is a big part where we want to attract people's attention and share our experience with them. Okay? We believe in inclusiveness, and we hope through this forum to be capable to embrace more of the industry players in our sustainable journey, and hopefully, okay, trigger this little sparkle that enable everyone to contribute to a better way of doing things. And I would like to end up on this question, giving you another example of inclusiveness. Back 2 years ago, our chairman, Monsieur Saadé, under the patronship of the French Republic President, Monsieur Macron, he has initiated what we call the Coalition of the Energy of Tomorrow. This coalition gathers today no less than 17 international big names from different horizons, but they are all focused on developing new technologies, new energies toward a greener mobility. And this is a whole concept that we wish to be able to bring forward during this North Bund International Forum.
Looking forward to it. Ludovic Renou, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks again for having me.